everyone, it's Layla Shaver here with another episode of the 10 Stupid Things Your CCO is Doing. Today we're going to be talking about cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is a big hot topic for state and federal regulators. Why? We've just been seeing a lot of hacks here in the last few years. When you think about every time you turn on the news and heard about a Target or another big retailer that's had their consumer information hacked by overseas hackers, it seems like there's one every few months that we hear about. So that's a big issue for financial institutions because you have particular information you keep, like social security numbers, addresses, dates of birth, all of this kind of information that's really necessary for someone to be able to hack that server and take that identification information and go and set up a few dozen credit cards and steal money. So it's a really big issue. The case that I'm going to discuss with you today is not the Merrill Lynch $1 million fine case. I'm actually going to be talking about a St. Louis-based advisor. The name of the advisor is R.T. Jones Capital Equities Management. They settled with the SEC back in September of 2015 and agreed that they had failed to implement cybersecurity policies and procedures that would have been able to address the hack they suffered, where they had the personally identifiable information of 100,000 people, including that number included thousands of their own clients. That information was hacked. So what happened? So this information, this personally identifiable information, or PII, was saved on a third party's web server. That server was hacked, and the information of approximately 100,000 people was stolen. R.T. Jones went and hired a few different cybersecurity consultants. They came in, they confirmed the hack indeed happened, and they were able to identify the hack had come from China, so it was an overseas hacker. However, they didn't have any cybersecurity policies and procedures. There was no procedure in terms of how do they respond to a cybersecurity incident. What happens? What's the response to it? So none of that was in place. And R.T. Jones, after the cybersecurity consultants confirmed the hack, identified that it was coming from China, R.T. Jones then had to go and contact every single person and let them know that their PII, their personally identifiable information, had been stolen because there was a hack on their server. They then offered for free third-party monitoring of their accounts for a time after that to ensure that there weren't going to be any further incidents or issues. And as of the date of this release from the SEC, there hadn't been any sort of further financial compromise of the information that had been hacked. So what happened to R.T. Jones? Well, up until this time, they've had to pay for multiple cybersecurity consultants. They had to pay for third-party monitoring of 100,000 people. And they also had to take the time and money to identify and send information to all 100,000 people about the fact that their information had been hacked. And of course, if you're going to get that kind of letter, you're going to follow up and be like, what the hell happened? So just think about all the time it takes away from managing and running your advisory business to address all of these calls, emails, complaints coming in. So there's all the cost of time and energy spent on getting all these providers to come in and protect and respond. Okay, so what was the SEC fine? It was $75,000 and a censure. But you take on top of that all the cost of getting out of the mess, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, are you going to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars putting in place a cybersecurity policy? No. Are you going to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to have a response plan in place? No. Are you going to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to do quarterly assessments of your cybersecurity and making sure that you are testing your systems and that you are able to, as a firm, react to a mock incident. No, it's not going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that. So why wait until something happens? Because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when nowadays, of when your information is going to get hacked. So it's not going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that, but that's what you face in fines and bringing in consultants to fix the problem after the fact and to do things, mitigating actions like providing free third-party reviews and monitoring of these people's accounts. Generally, you see like a year. That's expensive when you think it's 100,000 people. So don't be stupid. Don't avoid this very necessary part of compliance, which is having your cybersecurity plan in place, having your response plan in place, testing it, having a IT company come in and actually go through your systems and stress test it, check it out, give you more information on what the problems are, what you can do to make it better. Because I promise you, doing that's going to cost less than $75,000. It's going to cost you less than $50,000. Well, maybe depending on your size. But it certainly won't cost you $75,000 and a fine, and then the hundreds of thousands of dollars you have to spend on monitoring your cybersecurity after a breach like that, providing third-party monitoring for 100,000 people. You're not going to face those kind of costs. So the point being, go and get it done. And what does go and get it done mean? It means give me a call today, 770-462-2118, or email me, Leila, Leila, at myrialawyer.com. We can come in, we work with a bunch of different IT companies. We can come in, do an assessment, tell you what the problems are from the IT perspective, and then we can give you our assessment on the compliance side and tell you on both what you need to do to get your firm in a good place so that you are in compliance with your cybersecurity requirements and that you can avoid as much as possible an incident like RT Jones suffered. And then if you do, that you are able to respond and act quickly and mitigate any loss and to reduce your likelihood of facing a censure or fine from the SEC or your state regulator. So again, my phone number, 770-462-2118. You can email me directly, Leila, Leila, at myrialawyer.com to discuss cybersecurity or any other of your compliance needs. Don't wait anymore. Now's the time. SEC and state regulators, they're ramping up examinations, and this is one of the first things they look at. So don't wait anymore. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you have any other questions, comments. Let me know. And stay tuned for next week's episode. Thanks again. Have a great day.